Hello and welcome. This is Maya Dionne, your favorite widow coach, and this is a segment that I'm going to be doing lately called Daily Dose of Widowhood. I don't know what I want to call it yet, but what I want to do is start talking about how I'm living, how I'm surviving, how I'm, got myself together, because that seems to be like, I guess, the most important answer to like all the questions. Because when you're widowed and you're coaching, people have questions and they're asking you questions because they're looking at you and they see that you're surviving. You're doing more than surviving. You're like awake and your clothes are clean and you're smiling at things like genuinely, and they're like, how are you doing this? And so if you are a widowed mom, or if you are a solo parent because of widowhood, this is going to be the type of the type of information that you actually need. So definitely subscribe. Definitely share this with a widowed mom or someone that is solo parenting or just lifing after widowhood. The question for today is how does grief change? Like am I still feeling the same as I was feeling? And I'm picking up my daughter right now, so like I know I'm going to get interrupted. Like, this is supposed to be a 5-minute video, but we'll see. How does grief change from year to year and things like that? Do I feel the same? Grief has changed for me because now I know how to express myself, and now I know what I'm going to use as my coping mechanisms. Like, there's a lot more experience around it. And so I have to say, in the beginning, I had no experience hardly with grief. I had never loved anyone that passed away, like very, very close to me. Like, the closest was my grandparents. It was different because it was something I had never dealt with before. I had no idea how to cope. I didn't know how to hold my feelings, not back, but hold them in a way that honored him and honored my actual feelings. Like, what do I mean by that? So like, I want to be able to be reverent in this moment. I want to be able to be the monument of memories and intentions that he had for my kids. I want to be that in this moment. I want to be able to be, the strong, not so much not emotional, but I want to present and pour out and do duties as, as his wife, as someone who would make him proud of me because I'm being me, not because I'm being stoic. That's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying, oh, I can't cry because he wouldn't be proud of me. No, I want to be all the things that I know that he would know that I can be, right? And so that would be honoring him, being the woman he fell in love with. And there were times when I just didn't know how to do that and be sad at the same time. Like, I don't know how I'm going to raise these kids. I know that he knows I could do it, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to make the money. I know he knows I could do it and I can do it, to protect his legacy. But like, in this moment, I didn't know how to do it. So in the beginning, from moment to moment, honoring him and being myself in my grief, I didn't know how to do that. Another thing was, in the moment, taking care of myself alongside grief. I didn't know how to do that. I already talked about raising the kids and doing the money and all of the outside myself things. I didn't know how to do any of that in the moment of grief. All I wanted to do was like sleep. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to not be invited to things because I didn't want to be like the pariah. But at the same time, I could care less, couldn't care less. I hate when people say could care less. I couldn't care less about what people said or thought about me, but I still wanted to be invited. Like, don't count me on, I'm not an invalid. So it's about a lot of mixed feelings and uncertainty. There we go. Uncertainty on how to emote and how to let people know how I was feeling, how to ask for help. Like, I didn't know how to do any of those things. So the biggest difference between early grief and later grief was learning the how. how to do those things. And so that was, I would say that's the biggest difference. And when we talk about how, it's definitely a breakdown that I had to learn that has to do with who you are and what your values are. And all throughout this series, and anytime I talk, you're going to hear me talk about core values, because when I say learning mine saved my life, taught me how, all the hows, helped me apply myself more instead of hating myself because of my circumstance and hating all the things that were like my go-tos, my norms, and my quirks and my personality, because all of them to me at the time echoed at how much he was not there in them, which is what I loved about them. I had to figure out what it was about me I could love about me without him, no matter what I had or what my circumstance was. So that's why it was so important for me to learn those things. Once I learned those things, they taught me how to me, right? How to me the best, how to cope, how to grieve, how to honor him, how to all the things. Learning who I am and how to apply who I am on the inside, my core values, to that was everything. So that made the big difference in time between, and here she is, about to pick her up. That made the big difference, along with time, when it came to grief early versus grief late. Okay, y'all, she's here, so that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join my community. We have a free community. The link will be in the caption below. I'm trying to grow this community, because if you like that, if you connected to that, then somebody else will. Some other widow somewhere is wondering, man, is there a difference between the way I grieve now versus how I'm going to grieve later? Is there an end to this craziness? This is going to help her understand that not only, okay, so you're not going to let me out. You're just going to be a butt face. That's what we're doing? I swear. Parents, get... Y'all gonna let me out or nah? Like, people be rude. Like, I'm trying to get out and you can see that. There's nothing else. Okay, anyway. Like I said, like and subscribe and share and comment below. What was the difference for you as far as grieving in the first couple of months versus the first year versus, several months or several years? For me, I've been widowed 16 years. So let me know in the comments how you feel. Okay? Talk soon. Bye.